What do you think the number means? Is there any relevance for investors after what has been a very dovish outing by Janet Yellen this week?
I don't think it'll matter much unless it's shocking one way or the other. If we get around 185 to 240,000, I think that's within the consensus range. I think anything too hot is probably a bit of a risk that you put June back on the table. So I think Yellen's sort of pulling back from the June rate hike, and if you do see a strong number here, if you do start to see some wage growth, I think June comes back onto the table with a little bit more likelihood, and that may create a bit of risk aversion in markets.
Do you think Yellen managed to effectively silence the hawks, or is it just going to be data dependent? Because if you get a blowout number today, then those hawks are going to come out from the works and start talking again about even April as the potential for a live meeting.
She hasn't silenced them because they're still speaking, actually, even after she's spoken. But I think it was interesting.
Right?
Exactly. I think she's actually moved from this time last year. She was a consensus builder, getting everyone on board. This is where we're going to go. And she's actually behaved a bit more like Draghi recently, where she says this is what we're doing, and really being her traditional dove, and that soothed markets. And it will be data dependent, but what she's indicated is we'll let the economy run hot, and there's less risk for letting it run hot than there are from hiking too early. So that dovish bias, I think, will stay.
Jules, are all central bankers looking to Draghi these days for communication tools?
The direct approach, this is what we're doing.
Is he the master?
Well, he's had a couple of shockers, hasn't he, recently? I think you, at least with Mario Draghi, you know what he'd like to achieve, even if he struggles to achieve it, which is what we saw back in December. You had the gist of it versus actually what came out. But yeah, what would you say in terms of communication strategy? I think at least
no one's been more effective, I think, with his words than anybody else. And he has followed up eventually. Whenever he said whatever it takes, it was years before anything was done.
He knows something's coming.
Yeah.